Hey, this is Dave and Robert with a Southern Fried Podcast. Hope you're doing well. It's good to back together again and come to all of you. And we want to talk for just a few moments about things that Mama says. So when you hear somebody say, well, my mama said, or Mama said, we're going to talk about that just for a minute. And Rob, I'm going to turn it over to you. I think you want to start off, and you're already, I can see it in your face. You have at least one thing that Mama said.
Well, I've got one story to recount about my mom. I love my mom, okay, and I miss her dearly. But I could tell you something my mama said that just blew my mind. And she didn't say it to me when I was younger. She waited till I was like 16, 17, old enough to have some sense. And my mama told me, and this is her exact words, for my sake, for my sake, if you get in an accident, I hope you have on clean underpants. Now, for her sake. Now, let me explain the whole concept of why that was a bad idea. It is very misleading. And all you mamas out there, I know that is a big concern, but you got to understand something. Don't set your child up for failure. This isn't going to work. All right. If you're going, say they're in their car and they're driving down the road and they can see, oops, I'm fixed to have an accident. Well, they're going to have a pre-accident accident. There's going to definitely be an accident. So there goes the clean underpants. Now, if they're going down the road, if it's an accident, they didn't see it coming, when they come around or after the accident, they're going to have a post-accident accident. No clean underwear. There is no way you're going to have clean underpants if you get an accident. Moms, quit it. Their underpants are going to be soiled. There's no way around it. They've been in an accident.
Well, it's just the fact that it made them feel better to say that to you. That way they could always say, well, I told him to wear clean underwear.
Yeah, if you'd had on clean underpants, you might not have gotten an accident. I don't think the underpants, because I really think that the accident part of the accident is like, it's like a way to save yourself from injury. Okay? It's a necessary part of the accident. Maybe you'll slide quicker down the seat after the accident. You'll slide. There's been many times of people, I don't know how they survived that. It's probably because they had a pre-accident accident. I'm just saying.
It's possible. It's possible.
We love you, moms.
Amen. Miss my mom too. I remember, and a lot of people identify with this. And believe it or not, Rob, I have to say this. Now, you may not believe this, and our listeners might not believe this, but I didn't get a lot of spankings when I was a little boy. I really didn't. But I did get a few. But I can remember that Mama said, go pick a hickory. Now, first of all, there's some levels to this. First of all, you're going to get a spanking. That's bad enough.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you realize I got to go pick the weapon. I mean, who wants to do that? And we just happened to have the perfect bush at that time in our front yard that had all kinds of candidates to be the hickory that she wanted to wear me out with. So, number three, when you got to the bush, you had to go through all of that trauma of thinking, I'm getting a spanking. I've got to go pick the weapon out. And in picking it out, we have problem number three. The dilemma is, if I don't choose the right size hickory, I got to go back again. But you don't want a little bitty limb that won't do anything, or that would send you right back. But you don't want something that's like a small pine tree. So you had to really think about this when you got there. So you probably ended up breaking 2 or 3 off, and you're measuring in your mind, will this hickory work? Nah. Will this hickory work? No. This one I hate, that's probably the one. And you would bring that one back. And occasionally, that hickory didn't pass muster either, and you still had to go back and get a bigger hickory. And then you got the spanking. So there was all those layers to that of what Mama said.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
pick me a hickory.
Mm-hmm. See, I took the exact opposite approach that you did one time. My mama, she was living about an hour away, and I was living with my grandparents at the time. And I'd gotten some trouble. And my mama said, I'm coming down there, and I'm going to whoop you. You go get me a limb. All right. And I did the exact opposite of what you did. I went and cut a small tree because my mama was a little woman. And I drug it up to the house. Drug it. And my granddaddy looked at me and said, boy, what are you doing? I said, it's okay, Grandpa. She'll never pick it up. She got beat me to death on his head. She took one of that thing and went, oh! Oh, I ain't never had a whooping like that.
So I'm sure our listeners could concur with having to go pick your own weapon, what Mama said. So this will be a reoccurring theme in the podcast, things that Mama said. So this is the first two Mama saids.
Yes, and y'all remember, if you're doing something wrong, go back and do it the way Mama told you to. It'll probably be right.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we love you guys, and God bless y'all, and God bless all you mamas out there, because good Lord knows we need more people like that.
Amen. Amen.
Right. Love y'all. God bless. Dave, you got anything you want to say before we go?
I'll just say good night and God bless.
All right.
And it is getting night here, so I'm.
Yeah, they ain't got electricity up there, do they? Love you, brother.
See ya.